Hi everyone. Here's a really quick demo on synthetic monitoring with OneUptime. I have created a project for you already. Please ignore 6 active incidents on up top. These are incidents of all the other projects I've been having. To begin with synthetic monitoring, I'll create a new monitor. A monitor is already created here, for the demo, but I'll actually click on new monitor. I'll actually show you what the options are, and I'll actually show you how the monitor works when it is created. Uh, so let's assume I'm typing the name synthetic, select synthetic monitor from the drop down list, hit next. When I do that, it'll actually give me a code editor. Now this editor is in JavaScript and it works with Playwright. Playwright is an open source library or an open source um browser automation framework that let you automate any kind of in any kind of scenarios on any browser you like. So you could actually simulate login, sign up, registration events, or you could basically automate anything you like as well. We give you the page object of Playwright, and you can use this to simulate anything. I'll actually go into how the code works in more detail. Um, we have browser type as well, so you could run this particular test on Chromium and Firefox. We use Chromium and not Chrome, and the reason for that is Chromium is open source, and we tend to use open source products. Screen type, you could select mobile, tablet, and desktop. If you want to run tests on all of these three screen sizes, feel free to select all three. In terms of mobile criteria, we have two criteria by default. One is the offline criteria, and the other is the online criteria. And if you look at the offline criteria, it basically says if any of these conditions meet, if error is not empty, then the monitor is offline. So if there is an error in this particular script, uh, we mark this monitor offline. So change monitor status to offline and then create an incident. In the online criteria, it's completely the opposite. So if all conditions meet, if is error is empty, so if there's no error in the script and if script runs successfully, then the monitor is online. Uh, then mark the monitor as operational as well. So if you look at the filters, there are a couple of other options as well. So you have error, you have execution time. So if the whole script takes a long time to execute, you could mark the monitor as degraded or mark the monitor as offline. Anything works. We also have result value, so you can return any value from the script. So if I go to the script and if I show you how to return a value, all you need to do is data. So this is basically your return value. You can also return screenshots, uh, which will show up in the monitor detail page. So this is the return value. So you could technically say if return value does not contain hello world, then the monitor is offline as well. You could basically return anything you like, strings, numbers, JSON, anything you like as well. But please make sure whatever you return is basically inside of data. All right, so now we've looked at how different monitoring options in this particular framework. What we could do is I'll actually show you how the real monitor works. If I click on view monitor, and if I show you how the code works, so if I go to criteria, all it does is it goes to Playwright page, it takes a screenshot of the Playwright page, it then goes to Google page, it takes a screenshot of the Google page, it adds all of these screenshots into one variable or one object, and then it returns that object. It doesn't return any data, but you could technically use this to return data as well. But this particular piece of code doesn't return any data so far. And all it says is if error is not empty, if there is an error in the script, then mark the monitor as offline. And if the error is empty, mark the monitor as operational. So if I click on overview, you can see the monitor is marked as operational. And if I show you all the test results that that we have. So if you look at Chromium Mobile, it executed in In 869 milliseconds, there was no error. It monitored at this particular time. And if I click on show more details, this is the screenshots that I was talking about. So if you return a screenshot for debugging purposes, you can actually see them here. So this is the Chromium mobile view. And if I show you more details here as well, this is the tablet view. And if I show you desktop view, you can actually see this particular thing as well. And exactly the same thing works for Firefox mobile, tablet, and desktop. So that's how easy it is to add synthetic monitors. What we've done really, really well here is we've integrated this with Playwright. So if you're already writing Playwright scripts for your end-to-end test, you can basically copy and paste those scripts here, and synthetic monitoring would definitely work. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you do have any questions, we have chat on Slack. If you have our engineers on Slack, and they'll be able to help you out. If there's anything else we can help you, please feel free to email support@oneuptime.com. Well, thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.